आप सभी लोग हमारी तरफ से एक प्यार भरा नमस्ते,
नमस्कार,
वनकम,
नमस्कार,
खुशामदीद,
अस्सलाम वालेकुम,
सत श्री अकाल,
మీకు అందరికీ వందనములు,
जय स्वामी नारायण,
जय श्री कृष्ण।
जय जिनेंद्र,
हमारे इस्माइली भाई बंधुओं को बोलते याली मदद।
मलाली मदद बोलते हुए सारे फीजी मंदिरों को बोल के नीसा बुला बन हम आ गए हैं आपके प्यारे महिमा के द्वारे। मैं फालतू बाबा
And of course, myself, फालतू रानी लेकर आपके लिए एक और drive time that's going to make it totally exciting and totally मस्तानी बन जाने।
True that Banajan, Friday आ गया, मतलब just tomorrow is a weekend, उसके बाद में next is going to be the long weekend. Oh my God, so we look forward to, by the way. I know people are saying, what do you mean look forward to, Baltu Baba? For the past 165 days, we are sheltered in home. Well, I'll tell you, Banajan, you can be sheltered in, and I'll tell you, you can actually go out if you want it. Maintain physical distancing, enjoy the nature. We are blessed to be in a place where we have good. I should take it back because just 1 week ago California was burning actually. Anyway, the smoke is kind of coming down, but then the positive always. I always look for the positive in things. That's the positive right there. The smoke is kind of going away. It's going to be clear skies. Kind of foggy. This is not, by the way, this is not smog. It's foggy. If you're seeing some kind of disturbance and seeing distant, it actually is because of the fog and everything, and it's not because of the smoke or the smog is the fog. Right? Mm-hmm. So that'll clear up eventually and we'll have clear skies. And soon, Banujan, don't worry, 165 days ho gaya hai. You know that maximum 15 days, it'll become half year. And half year, our economy can't be without opening up, right? It'll open up eventually. But understand that it's opening up not because of the fact that we found a cure for the virus. So we have to maintain our physical distancing for sure. Hygiene is very important. Make sure your immune system is in top condition. That means get enough exercise, eat right. Very important, but eat right. And if you're actually consulting with a doctor to make sure you get on to the right track, wonderful. That's great news for us anyways, Barjam. But right now, let's go see what's happening on the roads. Let's take a hal, ekdam total subscribe.
It's time for the Bandu Traffic Update. Call us from wherever you are at 408-912-2479.
You know, Fazani, I sometimes feel everything is coming back to the old BC life, you know?
Yeah?
I think so, because I have a very strong feel. Right now, initially I see like green lanes everywhere. Now I see like orange. It's so nice. I feel so nice at this traffic on the roads right now. What? Banajan, please. It's okay. I can feel that, okay? For the past, for what?
Then you'd have felt very good about the RNC last night. There were so many people there without any masks, no social distancing, and, no testing.
They had the Supreme Leader protecting them, Faltwani.
Oh, yes. They didn't test. And, I don't.
They didn't have to test because if they had it, he would have just put his hand on top of them, his grubby hands on them, and probably they would have got cured.
Oh.
But the point is, Faltwani, forget that. I'm going to give updates right now.
Yeah.
There's a fire on 880 northbound south of 101 in San Jose. The right shoulder is affected there. That's a traffic delay because of the fire engines in that place. But so watch out for that. Similarly, on 17 near Campbell, there's a traffic accident, which actually you got to watch out for. Lanes are not blocked, but it's going on. Now on 880, if you go up towards east, there's on Whipple Road in Hayward, there's an accident which is slowing down traffic over there. I see a little bit of congestion in that region, and also a little bit of congestion on the on-ramp exit of 92 on 880 for sure. Watch out for that. And what else do we see here? That's it. I don't have any traffic incidents to put. There's a ton of stuff happening on the other outskirts of the area. Is not related to us. But again, as I told you, the air is kind of clearing up. So it's good. It's going to be sunny today. Nice and sunny, Fatwani. You might feel like it's mid-60s right now, but it'll get into mid-80s.
Huh?
Isn't that going to be awesome?
Really?
Yeah, it's going to be a hot day. Are you not dressed for a hot day, Fatwani?
Yes, I am. Totally.
That's good, right? So you actually anticipate that to happen. But dudes like me, we have to wear jeans and full arm sleeves. You got to fold it up, and all the stuff. Yeah. I got to start wearing mega sleeves soon. I don't know. I got to bring it back actually, the fashion.
You know what, Alto Baba?
Yeah.
You need to get like those summer, like some of those
body
men
suits?
wear it huge. No, they wear those tank tops, the huge big tank tops kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah.
Because it covers my stomach.
No, I'm just saying that most people wear that for the summery kind of weather, but.
Summery kind of weather. Okay.
It's not tank tops. It looks like a banyan, but a very, very loose banyan.
Banyan.
And then they wear these loose shorts and walk around.
Okay, fine.
Yeah.
I'll take it. I'll take your answer. It's very good, Faltoni. Sometimes I take Faltoni's suggestions because she actually is very good mood. She actually buys me clothes.
Oh, are you asking me to buy you clothes?
I didn't ask you. I just like, I'll make it so obvious that she can't do anything because she's the producer of the show, right? It's advantage actually having an environment where you don't get paid, They're going to pay you in kind. So they feel guilty. They'll try to do all other things for you. So good, but until that time, we come to the point. Radio is still the growing business. I told you radio is infancy as it is. So if you guys want to join us and if you want to actually sponsor our shows, wonderful, because we have a bunch of bandhus who actually listen to our shows and who can actually probably benefit by the service that you provide. So if you want to join us and sponsor our shows, please do give us a call on 408-660-6753. It's a different number compared to this number over here. It is 408-660-6753 if you want to actually sponsor our shows or send a message to our community through this radio medium, which is Radio D40s, which is airing live and local on Radio Mirchi 1310 AM, and also this is actually initiative of Media Mahima. So whatever news we share with you guys is actually compiled by this organization called Media Mahima, and their website actually is where we post all the links for the news we share on air. So Banjan, right now let's go see what is the headlines. Fadoni, what is the headline for today?
Well, Banjan, one of the biggest headlines that's coming out is the fact that thousands have gathered for the march on Washington to demand police reform and racial equality. The Get Your Knee Off Our Necks, that is the march, comes as frustration over police brutality and use of force have sparked nationwide protests following the Memorial Day killing of George Floyd. So you can actually get more information about that when we share the news in detail. One other news item that everybody is talking about today is about the Trump speech and what happened on the final day of the Republican National Convention. Trump assailed rival Biden in the White House speech, accepting his nomination. Convention highlights a wildly different Biden. Trump's strategies going into the final election stretch, and if you have time, we'll talk a little bit about that. In Japan, Ailing Abe, Shinzo Abe, as Japan Prime Minister, is going to be quitting as COVID-19 slams the economy and key goals are unmet. The NBA star LeBron James emerges as potent political force ahead of the November US elections. Also, a judge has delayed the extradition of the teen who was charged in Kenosha, Kenosha, Wisconsin killings. Remember that teenager?
What is the extradition?
He's supposed to be extradited, apparently.
Where has he gone?
I don't know where he is. He's
Oh my
probably
God,
in a
really?
different... Yeah. He's supposed to be extradited for this thing, but the judge has delayed it. Boeing has found flaws in the fuselage of some Dreamliners. 8 aircrafts have been affected. TikTok influencers say everybody is going to be taking a big hit if TikTok is banned. Apple and Tesla are going to be doing a share split. So how
Between
does that
themselves?
matter? No.
At this point, it's that way itself.
Oh,
Is
God.
it, what is the guy? Elon Musk has been...
Fourth richest man in the world.
$100 billion is assets, Banajan.
Yeah.
Well, there you go. A man who was bankrupt suddenly getting to the point. Isn't that a nice story?
Oh God,
Yeah.
I don't know how this happens. Anyway, Elon Musk, as Altubaba said, his net worth has hit almost $100 billion. And Musk confirms that the Tesla Nevada factory was a target of a serious cyber attack. And in news from India, defying trade tensions, several Chinese buyers are snapping up Indian steel. Members of the Chennai Super Kings contingent test positive for COVID-19 and the team goes into quarantine. In live updates from the Sushant Singh Rajput case, the Narcotics Bureau has asked the Enforcement Directorate to share more details of the probe. And finally, External Affairs Minister Jaishankar slams Pakistan, says that the hub of terror export projecting itself as a victim of terrorism.
Wow. And of course, Banjan, more about the headlines will come to you guys in just a few minutes, Banjan. But I'll tell you one thing, if you want to catch up about these news items, go to MediaMahima.com. They have a new look there. Go check it out. And of course, you can get all the updates, quick updates of what's important first, important locally, important globally, important nationally, everything, Banjan. Election news will coming up pretty soon, Banjan. We're going to compile those information also for you guys, because don't forget, November, May, you got to vote. Go out and vote. Most importantly, vote. I really doesn't matter who you pick. It's up to you guys to make a choice and and get that vote out there, Brajan. Yes, I'm talking specifically to our South Asian bandhus, who many a times, I know, many of you have not voted. You have voted because your neighbor voted as whatever direction you're supposed to vote in. Anyway, but the point, make your own decision and go and vote this November for sure. And I'll be giving a quick, a quick listen to a Gane Ka Keeda have for you guys today. A fun song. Penned by Kishore Kumar, sung by Kishore Kumar,
Composed by Kishore Kumar.
and also acted on screen by Kishore Kumar. Jumru!
मैं हूँ झुम 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 झुमरू पकड़ घूमू बन के घुमरू मैं ये प्यार का गीत सुनाता चला मंजिल पे मेरी नजर मैं दुनिया से बेखबर बीती बातों पे धूल उड़ाता चला मैं हूँ झुम 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 झुमरू पकड़ घूमू बन के घुमरू मैं ये प्यार का गीत सुनाता चला मंजिल पे मेरी नजर मैं दुनिया से बेखबर बीती बातों पे धूल उड़ाता चला Baka yoka baka Yudere Baka luga baka मैं हूँ झुम 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 झुमरू फक्कड़ घूमू बन के घुमरू साथ में हम सफर न कोई कारवां भोला भाला सीधा साधा लेकिन दिल का हूँ शहजादा है ये मेरी ज़मीं ये मेरा आसमां ओ टिरड़िरड़िरड़ि युड़ड़े बका योका बका ओ टिरड़िरड़िरड़ि युड़ड़े बगा लोगा बगा ओ टिरड़िरड़िरड़ि युड़ड़े मैं हूँ झुम 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 झुमरू फक्कड़ घूमू बन के घुमरू प्यार सीने में है हर किसी के लिए मुझको प्यारा हर इंसान दिल वालों पे हूँ कुर्बान जिंदगी है मेरी जिंदगी के लिए
Friday को यर्ल करने जाएगा. We have a special show for you guys, the Pam Pam show for sure. Tuning कीजिएगा 5 बजे. Live at 5. बाद में 5-6 बजे we have Anmol Lagme coming up for you guys. And then after that we have the teen show. Yeah, TGIF. No, it's not Thank God It's Friday. It's Thank Gosh It's Friday. No, Thank Gosh It's Fresh. That's TGIF.
Yeah.
Thank God it's fresh. Oh my God, it's been a long time to actually plug that show. It's a wonderful show. Watch it, listen to it, Bandujan. I don't know if you can watch it, but you can definitely listen to it. It's on our app, Radio Dehotis, available free download on any platform, iOS or the Android. Go download it right away, Bandujan, or you can listen to us, on Radio Mitch 10 a.m. as well. Right? And right there, Bandujan, quick, we got to go back and see the news in detail. We share with you guys a bunch of headlines. थोड़ा बहुत डिटेल में आपको समझा देंगे if at all you missed any of the headlines we talked about, all the stories we're going to share with you guys, so you can go read up in detail on the news blog mediamahima.com.
Well, Banjan, thousands of demonstrators descend on the nation's capital today to demand an overhaul to the nation's criminal justice system and push for racial equality. At the same site, Reverend Martin Luther King Jr. called for these exact same reforms decades ago in his iconic I Have a Dream speech. Like the 1963 March on Washington, organizers opened with a series of speeches at Lincoln Memorial before attendees planned to march through the streets of the city, this time ending at the Martin Luther King Jr. Memorial. And this march has been dubbed as Get Your Knee Off Our Necks. And this comes particularly at a time which is tense, as frustration over police brutality and use of force has sparked nationwide outrage following the Memorial Day killing of George Floyd by police in Minneapolis. Let's talk a little bit about President Donald Trump and what happened at the Republican National Convention. President Trump accepted his party's nomination from the South Lawn of the White House on the last night of the RNC. I'll never forget how he said, "I profoundly accept the nomination." Now, why am I saying that? You will need to go and you'll need to talk to us sometime on the Pam Pam show to find out what Profoundly is all about. In one of the longest convention acceptance speeches ever delivered, Trump warned that it was a 70-minute speech, by the way. Trump warned that the country would be overtaken by, quote, violent anarchists, agitators, and criminals if Joe Biden were to win in November. He also touted his administration's response to the coronavirus, saying it centered on, quote, the science, the facts, and the data, unquote, even as U.S. deaths keep mounting. U.S. has the highest number of deaths to COVID-19, Manjan, FYI. And he claimed he had done more for black Americans than any other president, largely glossing over recent issues of systemic racism that have sparked nationwide protests. What is important to note is that not once during his speech did he talk anything about the Blake family or George Floyd or anybody else. Instead, he referred to the protesters as anarchists.
Hey, but come on, you're not being fair to him, man, because he is always self-centered. He thinks about himself. Come on, what is this?
Yeah, that's true.
You're trying to tell me that America
No,
has to worry about. I think they've got to be selfish about what our leader wants.
You know what happened yesterday? He was also thinking about one other person.
Joe Biden.
41 times he took Joe Biden's name in during his speech. And guess what?
Please.
How many times did Joe Biden take his name?
Not even once, I suppose.
Yes,
Yeah,
zero.
Father, I'll tell you one thing. Please, you give too much of... I don't know what happens to liberal media, but I don't know. My God. Our supreme leader requires to have the kind of attention because he's nervous right now. Come on.
Yes, he
cut
is.
him some big steak. Yeah, come on.
Liberal media, stop. This is sensible media.
Well,
With the evening's events held outdoors, the most important thing that you need to note is people were not following a mask protocol and nobody was social distancing and there was no testing on site for
wow.
COVID.
And you know what? I'll tell you something, man. I'll tell you, people, believers, he's like the prophet for them. He's like the prophet. He's like the supreme leader prophet.
Yeah.
If he says there's not going to be any corona, no corona, I'm sure he gave them zinc capsules.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm sure they had zinc in the, what do you call it, the drinks they had.
Okay. So let's talk about something else that happened. For the second day in a row,
Ivanka Trump's speech is very nice and powerful.
Aldo Baba.
What?
Pro sports teams postponed games in response to the shooting of Jacob Blake, a black father who was assaulted last weekend in Wisconsin by police, right?
Yeah.
However, top White House officials are downplaying the significance of this moment. Mark Short, who's the chief of staff to Vice President Mike Pence, called the NBA walkouts absurd and silly, and Jared Kushner characterized them as, quote, a night off from work. Unquote.
What? Really?
Yeah. We're also learning more about two figures at the center of the crisis in Kenosha. Police say Kyle Rittenhouse, a 17-year-old accused of shooting and killing two people and injuring another during the protest, called a friend to say he, quote, killed somebody, unquote, before shooting two others. Meanwhile, family members of the severely injured Blake say he's handcuffed to his hospital bed. Can you believe that? The man is lying in bed and he's handcuffed, and Kyle Rittenhouse is gallivanting around without any consequence for his actions.
Like Jala Krishna said that, a break. He's taking a break.
Yeah, exactly. And one thing that's emerging out of this is that 2 years after a conservative commentator told LeBron James to shut up and dribble, the NBA star has become increasingly an influential political force as issues of racial justice and voter suppression move to the forefront in the November presidential election.
Can we make the king the president?
Huh?
Can we make the king the president?
Why?
Why can't he be the president? There was a talk of Dwayne Johnson becoming the president.
Oh my God, The Rock?
Yeah, but why can't we have LeBron president?
Yeah, I don't know.
It'd be awesome, man. We'll have free schooling. He actually done such a good job, actually.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys follow his... I don't follow his career. I follow his work as a philanthropist.
Well, he's a philanthropist. He's also an outspoken activist and a frequent critic of President Donald Trump. And he helped form a group that will spend millions of dollars to battle voter disenfranchisement in predominantly black communities ahead of the November 3rd election between the Republican Trump and Democrat Joe Biden. He's also helped push the NBA to recognize racial justice issues and the Black Lives Matter movement, including the decision to postpone playoff games this week after a player boycott to protest the shooting of Jacob Blake, a black man, by police in Wisconsin.
Yeah, king rules.
Well, Madhujan, you can catch up on this and more stories on MediaMahima.com. There's a whole bunch of other news that we would like to share with you, but you can go to MediaMahima.com to find out about what exactly it is, including something about Amazon's new wearable health device that can judge the tone of your voice, like your in-laws and your judging friends are not enough.
Oh my God! You can wear a judgment on your voice just right now.
Yeah. That's all we have for you on this morning's Good Morning Bay. Are you feeling stressed? Well, like the zoo elephants in one part of the world, which are being given CBD oil, maybe you want to try it.
Seriously, why can't you grow the plants and has to go die on it?
They're apparently giving CBD oil to these elephants.
Why? They give them the leaf directly, right?
I have no idea.
Seriously, man.
So that they chill and stop fighting, it seems.
They already are so high. This
Yeah.
guy is like really high. He's like, what's up, dude?
That's all we have for you on this morning's Good Morning Bay. We'll be back tonight live at 5 on the Pam Pam Show. And if you want to catch up on all the news updates that we just shared with you, please go to MediaMahima.com. Have yourselves a fantastic Friday.
झुम 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 झुमरू फक्कड़ घूमू बनके घुमरो साथ में हम सफर न कोई कारवां भोला भाला सीधा साधा लेकिन दिल का हूँ शहजादा है ये मेरी जमीन ये मेरा आसमां ओ टिरड़िरड़िरड़ि योड़ड़े पका योका पका
Maza aa raha hai na? Great music, Vidyajan, for the best in entertainment and the best in music and the hottest tracks ever.